Raising livestock can be a daunting task, even under the right conditions. Having an unknown force add to this task by mutilating your livestock for no known purpose would be even worse. In Colorado in 1967, a horse named Snippy was found mutilated by our owners. Since this first well-known case of cattle mutilation, the mystery has only deepened. Hello and welcome to Paralopedia, your source for what is, isn't, and might be true about paranormal phenomenon. This is your place to balance science with faith, where we live in the great wasteland between closed-minded skeptics and mindless believers. I'm Jason, and today we're looking at Snippy the horse and other cattle mutilations. On September 9th, 1967, Harry King went in search of his 3-year-old horse named Lady, who would later be misnamed Snippy by the press, after someone in the press confused Lady and another one of the king's horses. Harry and his mother had noted that they hadn't seen Lady in 3 days, not even to get water. They knew this was odd, because of how hot and dry it had been. They found Lady, laying on her side, with her neck stripped bare to the bone. The cuts were incredibly clean, surgical even, a fact that led Harry to believe that Lady wasn't simply the victim of a coyote or some other local predator. They also noted that there was no blood around the body, only a series of strange burns on the ground, and a strong smell hanging in the air, which they described as medical. This mutilation was reported to the local sheriff's department. Sheriff Ben Phillips paid little attention to this report, not even visiting the ranch. He believed the horse had been the victim of a lightning strike. Snippy the horse was a well-known case of cattle mutilation, but it wasn't the first. The earliest known documented outbreak of unexplained livestock deaths occurred in early 1606 in London, England, and the surrounding area. In some of these instances, up to 100 animals were slaughtered. Nothing was reported taken from these carcasses but some organs. This outbreak was noted in the official record of the court of James I of England. Many cases of cattle mutilation share one or more of the following: lack of blood at the scene, in or around the body, lack of tracks at the scene, of any predator or the prey itself, cuts made with surgical precision, far too clean to be made by some wild predator, missing organs and skin. Many times it's reported that the anus, lips, or eyes are removed from the animal, but many times other organs have been missing as well. Burns or other strange occurrences at the scene, such as holes in the ground or flattened vegetation. In most cases of cattle mutilation, wounds appear to be clean and carried out surgically. Mutilated animals are sometimes reported to have been drained of blood and show no signs of blood in the immediate area or around the wounds. In Snippy's case, there was an absolute absence of tracks in a 100-foot area around the carcass. Even the horse's own tracks disappeared within 100 feet of the body. But within this radius, several small holes were found, seemingly punched into the ground, and 2 bushes were absolutely flattened. Many cases of mutilation have been reported worldwide since the 1967 Snippy incident, mostly in the Americas and Australia. In South America alone, an estimated 3,500 instances have occurred since 2002. Many that investigate this phenomenon believe that a large number of the cases are never reported to the authorities. Perhaps no more than 1 in 10 are actually reported. Laboratory reports carried out on some of the mutilated animals have shown unusually high or low levels of vitamins or minerals in tissue samples, and the presence of chemicals not normally found in animals. After Snippy's death, there had been an estimated 8,000 mutilations in Colorado alone, causing approximately $1 million in damage. After coming under increasing public pressure, federal authorities launched a comprehensive investigation of the mutilation phenomenon. In May 1979, the case was passed on to the FBI. The investigation was dubbed Operation Animal Mutilation. Very clever name. The final report from this investigation, released in June 1980, was 297 pages long. In the report, it said, according to estimates conducted during the investigation, by 1979, 10,000 heads of cattle have been mysteriously mutilated. However, their report concluded that the mutilations were predominantly the result of natural predation, but did acknowledge that some cases contained anomalies that could not be accounted for by conventional wisdom. The FBI was unable to identify any individuals responsible for the mutilations. What the skeptics say. While many unconventional explanations have been put forward to explain the cattle mutilations, many believe that most can be attributed to natural causes. Missing or mutilated lips, anuses, and genitalia are explained as dehydration, parasites, and insects. Absence of blood at the scene is explained as blood pooling at the lowest points of the body, where it will break down into its basic organic components. Many people also believe the government, military, or some unknown cult might be involved in the mutilations. This might account for some of the strangeness involved. What the believers say. Many believe that aliens might be involved. In fact, Snippy's owner believed without a doubt that Snippy had been murdered by forces not of this world. There were numerous reports of UFOs in the area around Snippy's death in 1967, including one sighting reported the day Snippy died by a Superior Court judge and his wife, who saw 3 reddish-orange rings in the sky moving at a high rate of speed in a triangular formation. Believers will also point out the complete lack of blood and tracks at the scene. They'll also make note of the surgical precision of the cuts on the animals and the random organs that are removed. Since the death of Snippy the horse in 1967, no definitive answer has been given as to what has been happening to all these animals. No matter what it is, I have no doubt about one thing. It's definitely weird. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, and you'd be awesome if you'd subscribe and hit the bell. Every time someone subscribes and hits the bell, one less animal will get mutilated. I guess. I don't know. There's a good chance. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, there's no reason to be normal when you can be paranormal. Take care.